Hi there, welcome back to my channel. I'm very happy to see you here. My name is Soy and I'm a UX designer at Google. In today's video, I would like to talk about 4 things to avoid at UX presentations. And what I'm going to cover could be universally applied both in job interviews and at work. A UX portfolio presentation is about showing your future employers that you are capable to articulate your ideas, concept, and process in a very clear and concise style. You will give similar presentations to stakeholders when you get hired. So this is a very crucial part of the hiring process. I have previously made a few videos to talk about best practices of doing UX presentations and creating case studies. So if you're interested in those videos, make sure you check them out. On my channel, I am dedicated to all things about UX job interviews and product design. So if you're interested in this content, make sure you hit the bell button and subscribe to my channel so that you won't miss my future content. I'm also offering one-on-one career coaching to help you nail your next job interview. So if you want to get more interview advice, do a mock interview, or just talk about career development in general, feel free to use the link down below and sign up for a session. Also, follow me on Instagram if you want to reach out to me or learn more about what I do outside of work. My Instagram handle is SoyDesign_Picks. If you're into jewelry and fashion and are looking for OOTD inspirations for professional and social occasions, definitely check out SoyDesignPicks.com, a designer jewelry website where you could find fabulous collections of fine jewelry for every occasion. No matter you are looking to wear jewelry that would make you look professional at work or picking party-ready jewelry, SoyDesign Picks has everything you need. Click on the link down below to check out the store and follow us on Instagram to be the first to know about new limited edition designs. Okay, let's get to the beef of this video. The first thing you should not do is not present your design process. I've seen 2 common issues with a lot of mentees' presentation. One of them is not talking about your design process at all. I know there are a lot of designers who are very talented and their work definitely shows high quality of craft skills. They would present a lot of high fidelity mocks and wireframes, which is a very crucial part of a UX presentation. Their work are definitely strong indicators that they have excellent interaction design and UI design skills, but unfortunately, they don't have any descriptions of their design process or talk about how they created those amazing work. The other issue I have seen is that some designers would include their design process in their presentations, but they would only present what are the steps they take in their design process and what they would do in those steps without elaborating on why they take those steps. Specifically, I see a lot of photos of people putting sticky notes on walls, sketches on napkins, and diagrams of well-known design processes. Don't get me wrong, these are things you should do. The problem is that they are things all designers are expected to do. So only presenting about what you do in the process is not enough. You would also need to communicate your rationale of why you choose a certain approach to solve a specific problem. That is a better way to showcase your design thinking and process. From an interviewer's perspective, they are most interested in learning about how you decide on which approach you should take to solve different problems, because the problems you are going to solve in your next job is going to be different from the problem that you presented in an interview. Interviewers would want to learn about how adaptive you are when solving different problems and your reasons of choosing the appropriate approach to solve problems. Simply listing out the steps you are going to take is not going to help interviewers to get the signals they are looking for. So apart from talking about what you did in each step, please do also talk about your rationale of how you choose specific design approaches to solve problems. It's a great way to show your design process and also demonstrating your understanding of how to flexibly apply different design approaches in different contexts. The second thing to avoid is having too much content on your presentation slides or website. I personally found using slides to present in job interviews is helpful for storytelling than using a website, so I would recommend present with slides. One common issue that I have found in many other people's presentation is that they have way more text and graphics than they actually need on their slides. What your audiences see are different attention catchers that compete for priority. And it's going to create a bad experience for your audience. Once you put too much content on slides, your audiences would focus on the slides and ignore what you're talking about. However, compared with you telling in person, having the audience read slides is always a worse way to tell a story and engage them. So keep slides to a minimum to draw attention of audiences. What is the secret? More show in slides and tell in person. Keep it simply stupid. Create presentation design that is clean and to the point. Use white space and play with audience attention. White space is not white parts of your slide. White space is any section of a slide that is free of text, images, charts, etc., or simply space around these objects. Use it, and your presentation will look less crowded and more easy to read. Also, white space helps to separate content into logical blocks. Don't place all the text from your speech to the slides. Concentrate on the main points. 3 to 4 sentences will be okay. It is okay to put only one sentence, a few keywords, or just one picture if they are very important. You can also do it to achieve the maximum focus of listeners. Picking the right type space is very critical in creating a good presentation deck. First of all, select only well-readable fonts. Of course, you can use some experimental ones or spend a lot of time finding the best ones to suit your slides. 1 to 2 fonts would be enough. Here are time-proven fonts with the best readability: Helvetica, OpenSense, Roboto, and Lato. Be accurate with the font size. The best way to avoid mistakes is to avoid thin, delicate typeface at a small size. Use 14 to 16 as minimum. Create a system for titles, subtitles, and textual blocks, and try to keep it on every slide. These tips will help you avoid drowning your audiences with the crazy amount of information and focus on your storytelling instead. The third thing you should not do is fully capture everything you did in a project and present them all with the audiences. It is not a good presentation practice because, first of all, you only have a limited amount of time, so you won't be able to present all the details in a short presso. And also, without guiding audiences to pay attention to what you want to highlight, it is very difficult for audiences to get what are the key takeaways of your presentation. An average human can hold their attention for 8 seconds, which is shorter than that of a goldfish. In these 8 seconds, you need to convince your audience that your case study is worthwhile. For them to understand your work, you must make them stay longer. So I highly recommend you to highlight the things that you want people to notice. You would only want to highlight things that are especially fundamental to understanding the problems and creating solutions. One principle you could follow in presentation is to be concise. How do we be concise? The secret is to make sure everything you include in your presentation is unskippable. Ask yourself if the presentation would still make sense without adding it. What is the point of presenting it? How necessary is it to keep it? Compare with all other things you will present. How important is this piece of information? You can ask yourself all those kinds of questions to determine what are the content you should include in your presentation. The fourth thing you should avoid is doing a speech instead of putting on a show. One tip of putting on a good show is express your excitement. Here are 2 scenarios. Hello, my name is Soy. Hello, nice to meet you. My name is Soy, and I'm very excited to meet you all here today. If you're an interviewer, which candidate would engage you better? Showing excitement would give people the impression that you really want a job. Even beyond that, showing excitement is what makes other people excited. It can also influence your performance in a positive way. People want to work with someone who is passionate and isn't afraid of tackling challenges, such as presentations. The second tip is don't be the solo speaker and do interact with other people by opening the floor for questions. It is important to present under the time given so you can have more time for a Q&A. Be careful when asking questions in between projects. It can risk your presentation from shifting completely into a Q&A session. Be prepared to answer questions and always have questions for interviewer. They want to learn more about what you are curious, and if you have questions that would spark interesting discussion about the company and what they do. So this is everything I wanted to share with you all today. Thank you so much for watching. If you think this video is helpful, please give it a thumb up. And if you have any questions or any topics that you are interested in, please feel free to comment down below. And I'll see you guys next time.